Fin JRPG. It's a turn-based RPG in a low fantasy setting. You find characters, grind mobs, buy new gear to kill stronger mobs. It has a pretty interesting level up system. Basically, when you kill a group of enemies, you get a pretty good chance that they drop seeds, which you can use in a garden to upgrade your stats. Now, I gotta mention the elephant in the room. It's so big that I can't move around in here. It's called Fin JRPG, right? Japanese role-playing game. Now, I've played a lot of Japanese RPGs that are 2D. I download them for free on F95 Zone, and I can say 99% of the time, they have NTR in them. There's zero NTR in this game. There's no elderly villagers trying to steal your girl. There's no acute depression being caused. So I'm not convinced this is a JRPG. There's also no sexualized child characters that are 1,000-year-old vampires in this game. There's no accidental transphobia or homophobia, because, you know, the Japanese don't know any better. I don't know if this is Japanese. There's no slow as hell fighting animations. I will say it does flow pretty nice. There's very little downtime. Fights are fast. You're in there, then you're out. I did struggle a bit at the start of the game. It felt like I could barely kill one set of mobs before I had to go to the inn to rest. I ended up running from fights and collecting the coins so I could have enough to buy new gear. Some of the gear gives your characters additional skills, but the most important aspect early on is stats boosts. Then I could get through some mobs, you know, I could level up at the garden, do that for about 30 to 40 minutes until I was suitably overpowered, and then take out the end stage boss. It's pretty brainless. The next area is the same thing again, with like a village and then another area that you fight until you kill the boss, and then another village, and you know, you find characters along the way, which would be cool, but they're always massively underleveled compared to you, so it's kind of just the more you play, the more grindy it gets. I mean, as I say, it's fast though. It's perfect for ADHD maxing. You know, you have YouTube open on one monitor, listening to millionaires complain about how hard their life is on a podcast. You could have Twitter on another monitor, which would actually be a nice place if all the insane asylums weren't closed down over the last 50 years. You know, I guess all these people had to go somewhere. You could have Fin JRPG on the main monitor there. It's something to mong out to for an afternoon to help distract you from how badly your life is getting out of control. It is missing a key component of RPGs I like, which is a good story. Or any story, really. I think it exists, but you may need to go to the lore shops to read about it. After a hard day of quite literally farming seeds, you may want to cool off at the hot sauna. I couldn't work out if there's like a buff I'm getting here, but whatever, it's Japanese. It's part of the charm that it doesn't make sense. I will say the controls can be a little Japanese. I'm using a Switch Pro controller, but it's not officially supported, but even with a keyboard and mouse, the movement feels a little stiff. A little Japanese, if you will. The visuals are pretty Japanese. It has a cool switcheroo thing between 2D and 3D. Feels like playing Mario 64 for the first time. Absolutely kino and acutely Japanese. I do wish the run toggle would remain active as you switch to a new area. Instead I have to keep pressing the button. There's something pretty Japanese about that. If I was going to give this game a score out of 10, I would probably give it a happa out of 10. It's not fully Japanese, but it's halfway there.